welcome to episode 3 of Schrodinger's Clubhouse. I'm your host, Dragonborn, and in this episode, I'm going to talk about the effect that space has on the human body for prolonged exposure. Now, let me clear up something about space. Space isn't truly empty. A lot of people think it's empty, that there's nothing there. But in reality, there are actually atoms concentrated in very small amounts, in 1 cubic inch of space. There might be one atom. This matters because in order for us to actually feel the effect of stuff around us, the concentration of the concentration of the atoms in that area must exceed at least 1 million atoms, up to billions, if not trillions, of atoms in that area, like just in 1 cubic inch of air. So it's basically it's not a true vacuum, but for all intents and purposes, it might as well be a vacuum. There also is, while there's still gravity in empty space, in fact, we still feel the gravitational effect of for instance, a galaxy on the complete opposite side of the universe. It's just so small that it might as well not even be there. It might take, for instance, the Andromeda Galaxy. If it was just standing still right there, or if you were moving the same speed as it, in the same direction, it would take, say, Stripe, 3 universal lifetimes just to be given to the gravitational effect of that distant galaxy to be sucked to it. That's how weak it is in empty space, so it might as well not even be there. That being said, let's start with lack of gravity, but with an atmosphere. So, Stripe, sorry. So, let's say this guy. He's in a spacesuit, so he definitely has air to breathe, and the suit is pressurized. So all the effects of being in empty space I will get into don't happen. But there's still an effect of not being under gravity's load. Your bones and muscles will begin to atrophy. Your bone density will decrease and your bones will become more brittle. And your muscles, their muscle tone, will actually decrease. So until, for instance, if I was in space, my muscle tone would basically be all but gone. And if I was there for very long periods of time, I would basically kind of get a noodle arm, but it would be longer. So would I? I'll get taller because when the spine isn't under gravity's load, it will actually relax and expand, sort of, where you'll actually get taller. And that's just from a lack of gravity. Side note, the International Space Station actually is under gravity's load. They're just in constant state of free fall. And let me explain. When it comes to orbiting, an orbit is when the speed of something, for instance a satellite, balances out with the gravitational effect of the Earth. So one example is throwing a ball or a cat, and then as the cat is falling, the ground is always sinking, sinking, where as she falls, the ground is going down at the equal speed. So you never actually hit the ground. That is orbiting. Now, if you're in empty space without air pressure, or pounds per square inch, or PSI, pressing down on you, things get weird. The first thing that would happen is when you go out into empty space, say an evil artificial intelligence kicks you out of a spaceship, because, I mean, every artificial intelligence whose data gets corrupted always has to do that. They're kind of douchebags that way. But when you do get kicked out, one of the first things that will happen is your body is actually going to start expanding. It won't explode like in Total Recall. Your eyes are not going to pop out of your head. You're not going to blow up into a pile of skin. What will happen though is your skin will expand, and your body will begin to expand to twice its normal size, and your eyes, because of the fluid in your eyes will not actually be functional in space. So you only have like a few seconds to look around and see before you be blind. Also, something that would really suck is if you have any urine or poop in you, it'll all just rush out within seconds when you get into empty space. So prepare to crap your pants, and if you have enough time, maybe take them off. I mean, if you don't get saved, who's really gonna care? So that being said, how long now after that? It'll all about remain the same. You'll still be okay for about 90 to 120 seconds, as that will be the time that you'll have before you pass out in space. And within 3 to 5 minutes on average, sometimes it might vary from person to person, but that's average, you'll actually suffocate to death in space if you aren't rescued. So, yeah. In conclusion, being in empty space without an atmosphere, without an atmosphere to breathe, and a lack of gravity would be bad. You would die, and even if you do have air to breathe, you'll still get, your bones will still get weaker along with your muscles too. So basically, bring an anti-gravity device if you are planning on going into space when those become available. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I produce videos like this every week. Also, I'll be producing a new video. It's called My Mind to Your Mind, where I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. So, I hope you have a great day, and let the science be with you.